Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Detroit Pistons tonight. Unfortunately, once again, the Lakers fall under the pressure against one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference in the Detroit Pistons. I want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the Lakers so far and the game, and just what does it all mean for the Lakers moving forward. I mean, it's just it's kind of sad seeing how the Lakers losing the team, one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, in the Detroit Pistons. And I want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about it. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, guys, with this disappointing loss against the Detroit Pistons from the Los Angeles Lakers, the Lakers now fall, I believe, into the third seed in the Western Conference. With the two-game losing streak that they're on right now, it's kind of puts into sort of a question of where the Lakers are heading right now when it comes to their expectations going into the NBA season now. It's disappointing. It's very sad how they just broke down and just did not step up whatsoever. Now, I understand some people may say that maybe Anthony Davis, just because he was not playing tonight, maybe things would have been different. But either way, you were playing against the Detroit Pistons, one of the two teams in the Eastern Conference that are the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, okay? This would have been an easy win for the Los Angeles Lakers to take away. I mean, if you look at the stats, they're basically even. I mean, if you see the progress of the Detroit Pistons compared to the Los Angeles Lakers, they were basically even. I mean, yeah, maybe you can give credit to the Detroit Pistons when it comes to free throws, but other than that, defensively, they were even. Shooting threes, the Lakers had a better edge. I mean, just by a little. I mean, I don't want to say it's overwhelmingly, but it's just evenly when it comes to shooting wise. Personally, I'm not sure what's going on with this Lakers team. Maybe something needs to change. Maybe there should be some, maybe Frank Vogel needs to sit the players down and just have a little conversation. Maybe need to put some motivation back into the team, because I did not see no motivations from this team whatsoever. Now, I can give some credit out there to some players that played very well out there, from LeBron James, who I believe he had 23, maybe 22 points out there with 10 assists. And then Kyle Kuzma, starting in replacement for Anthony Davis, had 19 points and 10 rebounds. So a great effort on his part. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. Anytime when Kyle Kuzma starts for the Los Angeles Lakers, he lets up. I mean, he steps up in a huge way. I mean, he scores for you, even brings that defense on you. And I mentioned this maybe in my couple of videos ago. I read a Facebook comment from, I believe somebody commented on one of my videos, and they said that Kyle Kuzma, when it comes to him starting for the Lakers, it will never happen. That's why I hate to say this, the Lakers might somehow just, maybe Kyle Kuzma needs to go and start on a new team to ever have the opportunity to start for any sort of team that he's on. But, due to the circumstance with LeBron and Anthony Davis being the driving force for the Lakers to win games and starting for you, Kyle Kuzma will never have the opportunity to start if he's at that particular position. So, just want to put that out there. But, some people might agree to disagree about the circumstance of Kyle Kuzma. Maybe he fits well coming off the bench. But, so far, started for the Lakers, had 19 points and 10 rebounds. I mean, a solid, great performance from Kyle Kuzma on that end. But when it comes to the rest of the Lakers squad, Dennis Schroeder, I believe he had 10 points. want to think about some other players. I mean, KCP, lately he hasn't been really stepping up for the Lakers as of late, but, it's kind of disappointing to see that sort of instance happening again from KCP. And then when you look at the bench, I mean, Montrezl Harrell, lately he hasn't been starting. I mean, I didn't mention him in my last video because I believe he only had, I think he had 0 points or maybe just 3 points in the last game against the, I forgot who it was, against the 76ers. Montrezl Harrell did not step up whatsoever off the bench. I mean, he was the 1 and 2 type of guy that comes off the bench, the sixth man that he is. But in this particular night against the Detroit Pistons, I mean, he did not step up. I mean, I think he had maybe 8 points. Maybe, I mean, I'm not trying to say that he not step up. I mean, he obviously did. But this was not like the explosive Montrezl Harrell that, goes out every single night, gives you around like 15 points a game, and he brings that hard, solid defense that he's well known for throughout his career with the, as a glimpse, with the LA Clippers and being named Sixth Man of the Year. I mean, I wanted to see some effort from Montrezl Harrell on occasion when it comes to certain games, certain situations where the Lakers are just maybe down by maybe like 6 or maybe 4 points. I mean, we need him to really step up at times. But, THT, he stepped up for the Lakers. I think he had 13 points out there, or I might be mistaken. Maybe it was 10 points or something. But you could really tell that it was really falling apart from the Lakers when Frank Vogel started bringing in players that don't really play that much, from Giannis's brother and I believe one player from the G League, but and Quinn Cook and the rest of the Lakers that don't really play that much. So yeah, you could tell. I mean, I can tell really from the fourth quarter that it just really fell apart. I mean, I was really hoping that maybe LeBron James would, what he's always well known for in fourth quarter situations, at the start of fourth quarters, that he just goes and just balls out. I mean, from making layups, making mid-range shots, shooting free throws. So it was just one of those type of situations where, the Lakers could have won this game against the Detroit Pistons, but unfortunately they couldn't. And I don't want to hear that talk that because Anthony Davis was out that the Lakers lost. No. I think without Anthony Davis against a team like the Detroit Pistons, the Lakers should have won this game against the Detroit Pistons, plain and simple. It was a heartbreaking loss, and I was hoping that they will bounce back after the 76ers heartbreaking loss from Tobias Harris. I mean, it was one of those type of situations that I thought the Lakers would have a redemption type of scenario where they could have just taken this win in a huge manner, but unfortunately they didn't. They fall under the pressure, and it just really broke down in front of the Lakers' eyes, and it's just disappointing. It was tragic. Okay, every word you can think about when it comes to this game that you're just so frustrated about from the Lakers, you name it. Okay, so I know the Lakers will play against the Celtics on Saturday. I mean, that's the game that I'm really looking forward to when it comes to that sort of storied franchise type of rivalry from the Lakers and the Celtics. I mean, I watched a documentary, I believe it was on Sunday, about the history of the Lakers and the Celtics, but that could be some, that's the bright side maybe Laker fans will be looking forward to when it comes to that particular game. And I hope LeBron and hopefully Anthony Davis, if it's not too hard for him to possibly start for the Lakers on Saturday. But, I believe the Boston Celtics are like the fifth in the Eastern Conference, the fifth seed in the Eastern Conference. So but they're having their struggles. But so far, the Lakers, they are now 14-6. Unfortunately, with this loss, they are now 6th loss in the NBA season. And like I said, they are, I believe, the 3rd seed now in the Western Conference. So it kind of puts things now into kind of a perspective now that, I don't know, maybe the Lakers need to, knuckle down and just focus on winning and focus on the mentality to win games. Or possibly, if it doesn't work out, Rob Pelinka needs to look for some sort of way to improve the team. I think maybe defensively things need to be changed, and I think also that possibly maybe the Lakers need to find other shooters to rely upon, or maybe look for some sort of trade that will, boost the Lakers' chance for a possible, finishing off the season and just, somehow have that certain player that could be a reliable player when it comes to playoff time. But I know I'm probably talking about playoffs too early, but so far the Lakers, they're solid right now, but with these 2 losses, it kind of puts into question what's going on with the Lakers. But hopefully things turn out better for the Lakers moving forward, and hopefully they'll bounce back possibly on Saturday when they face the Boston Celtics. But still remains to be seen about that, and hopefully the Lakers will bounce back, hopefully for the better after this loss. But, still keeping that faith from the Los Angeles Lakers. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please give me your thoughts about tonight's game against the Detroit Pistons versus the Lakers. Where you think there were some mistakes were made, maybe if you guys have any thoughts and opinions about what went wrong from the Los Angeles Lakers, I really want to hear about your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, make sure to like all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video, because you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.